So Andy Ogles in Tennessee has just said that all Muslims need to go. That's a declaration of war against American citizens. He is a traitor. This is treason. He has declared war on American citizens by saying they all have to go. He's saying that men, women, and children, there should be authorities show up at their house, remove them, and get them out of the country. So whatever they've got here just gets abandoned. They get drug out in the night, whatever, and just taken from this country. That's what he said. There's no walking around this. That's what he said. He needs removed. And anyone who doesn't condemn what he said, they need to go too. But too many people, we've got this weird alien thing going with Muslims. As though anyone Middle Eastern is a full-blown Muslim extremist. Of course, every Muslim is a Muslim extremist. What's funny, I've always found this funny since I was a kid. Not every white person is immediately counted as a Christian. Like if some white guy goes and robs a bank and shoots some people, nobody says Christian terrorist attacks a bank, kills people. That doesn't get said. But, you know, or even if he called himself a Christian, those things don't get connected. And I'm the last one to say that there's no animosity directed at Christians. I just say that a lot of it comes from, it's kind of like the Zionist thing. And as a matter of fact, it is those same people. If you're a real Christian, as in trying to follow Jesus, the loud fake Christians will hate you. They will hate you. They hate Jesus. They don't say it outright. But you hear sayings like, I'll go Old Testament. Really? Before Jesus? Why would you need to do that? Isn't that weird? Why would you need to do that? If you're a Christian, follower of Jesus, why do you need to flip back in the book before his words were there? Isn't that a little strange? We're letting people get away with too much. And I can't say too much. As a matter of fact, I already had to stop one video because I blurted something out I didn't need to. It'll probably come back on me these days. You know, we're supposed to be such freedom of speech right now. You know, since it was just the Democrats that was withholding speech. I guarantee you, I said something that wasn't even all that bad. I'd get a knock on my door if I would have put that video out. I guarantee you. It's funny to me how ultra-sensitive and skittish these free speech conservatives are. Like he would, you know, Andy would definitely think that, that's my freedom of speech is getting... As a matter of fact, he did say that on some post afterwards. He's getting somehow restrained from his awful rhetoric. But here's the funny thing. You can say whatever you want to say, but there's consequences. What he just said, he needs out immediately. Immediately. No discussion. He needs out. If I said that, and it got tracked back to where I work, I'd be done. Don't even have anything to do with that. Doesn't affect anyone. If you say that and you're wearing a Wendy's hat or something like that, you will have no longer need for that hat. You'll be done. And there's not really any significant harm you could do to the populace at a fast food restaurant. He's above law enforcement. He's a threat. He's a danger. And he needs removed. From what I hear, he should already be in jail. But you know, when you receive some money from AIPAC, you seem to be a little bit more bulletproof. Metaphorically speaking, I just mean you're Teflon. Things don't stick. I gotta work on my figures of speech. But too much is getting said and too much is not getting allowed to be said. It's funny to me. I've been suspended. I've been blocked, shadow banned for all kinds of things. Not just slips of the tongue like what I just had. Not just that. I once got suspended from Twitter in Musk's defense, which I don't get to say too often. It was before him, before he took over. I referred to someone getting body slammed in the comments. And I was out for a day or a week or something for that. You go to Facebook, you can report all-out racism. And it won't get, Facebook won't do anything. Depends on whose side they're on. If you're one of these Zionist type accounts or supporters, nothing will stick to you. Nothing. You can say whatever. I'm surprised there's not some of them just outwardly threatening people like, say, Thomas Massey and getting away with that. Should have done this video when I was less sleepy. I think this whole war thing has been caused me to lose a whole lot of sleep. It doesn't really help with OCD. I'm hoping that some of the comments in defense of him are bots. I believe they are. A lot of them are very suspicious. But there can't be people supporting this. There can't be. Not a lot of people. I would think, worst case scenario, there's just a bunch of people not wanting to speak out, not wanting to say anything one way or the other. Scared to death if he goes, some Democrat will take his position. And, it's just instant flamboyant gay communism. Immediately, overnight, everybody will be reassigned. Just wake up with a, well, I ain't gonna say that. I just can't believe we're here. I mean, it's kind of impromptu. I didn't really schedule anything to say. But what can you say? I mean, the most obvious thing is this is the start of something else. I mean, what it is, as is, should be enough. But you think it's going to end there? And he actually said something about it, and some other people were saying too, about assimilating. Assimilating. That's wild to get mad at people for not assimilating. I'm sorry, do you mean conforming? It makes you think back about things like the term Americanization, what they did to the Native Americans. Because you can kind of argue, did they assimilate? They didn't, did they? What should be done, Andy? I'm sure you have a wonderful suggestion there as well. I wish I could say what I want to say. Can't do it. Vote this man out of office. I don't care if you put an actual, you elect or nominate an actual sack of dog crap. I've never wanted to do, I've dealt with anybody but such and such people. And that's annoying. But in this case, anyone but somebody like him, that's progress. Because it can't get any lower than Andy Ogles. And, he did get his little name on to make it look like he wants these files released. He doesn't. He doesn't. These people network. The squad used to do it on the Democrat side. They'll figure out who's going to win, who's going to lose, and they want to look pretty. They get the right vote in for their supporters. And then they'll have other ones vote otherwise. I believe Thomas Massey. I don't believe Burchett. I definitely don't believe Ogles. And you shouldn't either. The man is guilty of sin, of everything he's been accused of. He's an awful human being. I mean, show me, he's talking about Muslims. What's he, a Christian? You're really going to tell me that would be what Jesus would want and do? You try to argue that point. Vote out Andy Ogles, please. And send Burchett on somewhere else too. Maybe they'll move to a different state. Don't let Blackburn have any more seats. Vote these people out. I'm not saying vote Democrat. I'm saying vote these people out. You want Republicans? Let's get a bunch of Thomas Masseys. Look for them. Maybe they exist. I disagree with him on a lot of things. Marjorie Taylor Greene. But they'd be vast improvements in this state over what we got. Please vote these people out. Have some sense.